This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter.
Oh, boy.
And it's going to be the Clippers off the tip. Inside. Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Well, Zubac's always around the rim. You love the quick strike there.
Ooh, got that one up quick. And two smart teams here, Doris, with a lot of experience.
Yeah, you get the understanding from coaches that veterans win for a reason in this league. They're not going to be surprising each other. They're going to understand it's about execution and making shots, playing quality defense. Something about playing with teams that have experience.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
You don't need that.
Caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. He's focused on what they need to do to stop James Harden, saying they need to be aggressive defensively without putting him on the line. Once he starts racking up the freebies, the game slows down, he gets into a rhythm, and from there, it's a domino effect.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Harden.
That's crazy that worked for you.
I tell you, James Harden's ability to power through contact and finish with bodies around him is something else.
Tipped. Done with it. Started now by Ball.
Wow.
That's good.
Wow.
Like a bounce right off, but yeah.
Restricted area, Norman Powell, pretty play.
But Doris, you won't find too many players that can provide the instant spark that Powell does.
Brian, you know that expression, know your role and star in your role. Norman Powell knows my job is to come in and give my team a boost. And this guy comes in thinking to score and change the game, and he does just that.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, BA.
Hey, little exclamation point. Here's White. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
Assist from
Kawhi Leonard decides to flash that explosive athleticism. This guy works so hard on both his body and his craft.
White for three. Six on the shot clock. And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And stolen by Leonard. And it's the Clippers on the break. The quick look, no good that time. The open shot, White. Oh, drains the 19-footer.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Harden.
James Harden.
And Harden with the slam.
Oh, my. James Harden with a statement right there.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Ball. Unable to get that one. Oh, excellent D there from Harden. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
James Harden.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And Doris, the Clippers with new jerseys, a shiny new arena, and an ownership group that is very aggressive. They want some shiny hardware to go with it.
BA, you have to appreciate an ownership group that is willing to spend and make all the right moves in order to position yourself for the championship. But now the players need to come through. And what has been their undoing in recent years is injuries and the lack of availability of their best players. Age and health still hover over this organization.
Looking back at James Harden's time in Houston, what an incredible individual run he went on.
Come on, Brian. Finished in the top 3 in MVP voting 5 times with the Rockets. Came so close to getting to an NBA Finals. He's still beloved in the city of Houston.
Here's White. Goes back up. Denied by Leonard.
Boy, just great instincts with great length. Kawhi Leonard, since he entered the league, has been a tremendous defender.
And the Clippers miss again. Buzelis. Oh, and makes it with a kiss.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's White. That one falls. Coming off the Vucevic feed.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Here's Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. That time sets up his teammate.
Here's Dunn. Uses the glass to finish the
crazy.
layup.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Pass the ball. Back to Giddey. Now ball. 5 points in the game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Powell outside. To the inside. Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a swing. Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
And that's not going to go. And so it's Los Angeles closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead.
The Clippers, 21.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. What do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. From Pete Giddey. Here's White. And stolen by Leonard. And it's the Clippers on the break. Powell, it's good. Powell's got 6 points. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
Here's Harden. Out to Powell. Pass to Dunn. Second chance shot. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard. But Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying the team.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Assisted.
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities.
The more productive he is down low, the more minutes Zubac is going to get. That's just excellent execution and finish.
Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gets help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
And so Vucevic nails both of them. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
To the middle. Here's Buzelis. A shot, no good. Batum with the defensive effort. And here's Mills from the arc. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Bulls trail by 7. Here's White. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Already such a terrific passer. Love seeing Josh Giddey share the wealth.
It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
And the foul called on Nick Batum. That's his first foul of the game. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Jones. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10. Bogdanovich. Smith with the rebound. Chicago trailing here. The kick out to White.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Smith outside. Back to Giddey. All sorts of time. Kept alive. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. Batum shot is off.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Back to Smith. And that one's drained from the low block. Smith got his first points of the game.
That's what you call playing with passion and getting after Jalen Smith.
Back to Eubanks. Batum outside. Pass to Coffey. Batum outside. To the wing, right side. And it's blocked by Collins. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Grant, how about Kobe White? Going from a bench player to one of the league leaders in minutes.
Yeah, Kobe played more than 35 minutes per game last season. Top 10 in the league. We saw White hit another level. So he has an exciting future in front of him.
White hits them both.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
And the officials call a traveling violation.
Bulls ball. Checking into the game for your ball.
Chicago with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Collins. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. Los Angeles shooting their 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And it's Collins with the ball for Chicago. 4-point game. Jones. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Outside Mills. Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Eubanks. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one's on Zach Collins.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Shooting for the Clippers.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Bulls trail by 3. And he slams it in one-handed.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
The first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Clippers on top, leading by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And the basket basket by Dosunmu.
Keeping pace here.
Real.
That's an excellent move inside.
Here's Harden. Uses the glass on the
Nice. I
layup.
need brother to take
Harden's
that.
got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, James Harden's ability to finish with either hand, so crafty, understanding how to navigate around defenses when he's in the painted area.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, guys, a lot of new developments for the Clippers this season, and obviously they have the new arena, new designs for their logo, jerseys, and court. Not only that, their G-League team moving to a brand new arena in Oceanside, renewing the San Diego Clippers moniker. Ryan, a lot to be excited about for this Clips team.
No question. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. Back to Dunn. Out to Leonard. Pass to Dunn. Harden with it. Defended by Jones. Second shot opportunity. Shots blocked.
Really nice job by Smith. Gets a piece of the ball without committing the foul.
How you lose that, bro?
And here's Leonard. Up top, Zubats. Outside Harden.
Strap.
Soft
Oh
touch
my
off
God.
the glass.
The assist.
9 points in the game.
Even for Zubac.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Yep, that one goes.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Wow, that's good.
Well, this guy's very capable of capitalizing close to the rim. Norman Powell making an impact inside.
Outside Herder. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Dunn right side. Powell right side. Takes it inside.
This is Powell at his best. In attack mode, he is hard to stop.
Back to Jones.
Get that.
Harden with the defensive effort.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Williams' shot is good.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
Out to Powell. This one for three. Over to the wing. Outside Harden. It's Powell on the wing. Tries again.
Three.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Down low. Bruce Ellis. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10. Well, Doris, there's one thing for sure. When Kawhi Leonard is available, he's elite.
There's no question about it, Brian. And it's so difficult to watch a player who cares so deeply about the game as Kawhi does not have his body hold up. It's been unfortunate over the years to see the toll injuries have taken on his career. But boy, oh boy, clutch, skilled, competitive, tough, every attribute you could want.
Here's Eubanks. And he banks in the layup.
Assist from.
And the Clippers lead by 5. Pass to Dosunmu. Puts up a 3. A rebound by Eubanks. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
And things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
The Clippers lead by 7. Bogdanovich, that's good.
Love the
Too
energy
small,
here in the
too
third.
small.
Trying to take control now of this contest.
You know, possessions like that will help them feel good
That ain't gonna
going
work.
into that final quarter.
Here's Ball.
Sure.
Over Mills. Pass to Batum. Back to Coffey. To the paint. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night.
Shooting for the Clippers.
He does not get the second one. And Ball will bring it up here for the Bulls. Trailing by 10. Offensive rebound. They need this. And it's good on the layup. Asumu's got 6.
Well, you see, the ability to get the ball where it needs to go is what really stands out regarding Buzelis.
Pass to Coffee. Outside Mills. Chicago grabs the miss. 1 second left. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target.
44. The Clippers, 50.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. The Clippers lead by 8. Pass to Coffee. Now Eubanks. Covered by Vucevic. There's Bogdanovich with the 3. The Bulls on offense. Here's White. Here's Buzelis. Batum pulls it in. So it's Los Angeles now. Now here's Bogdanovich. He's guarded by White. To the inside. Eubanks. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Not exactly what Coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
And out of bounds will be Chicago ball.
You know, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
The Bulls trail by 8. Pass to Vucevic. From deep, Giddy. That one doesn't drop. So it's Los Angeles now. Here's Coffee. And the shot is good off the backboard.
It's crazy.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over.
Like, bro.
So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Batum, right side. Inside.
I swear I should not be
Floats it
losing.
in for the easy 2.
Hold on.
Credit the sweet
All right,
setup on that one. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Those block shot numbers are big as well, guys, sending a clear message. We are not going to be scored on easily.
Here's White. Fires it from 18. And he hits the jumper for 2. White's got 4 points this quarter. Launches it. Coffee can't get it to go.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Back to White. Shoots. Here's Vucevic. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
This guy is a strong rebounder who uses his frame well. Vucevic has a knack for being in the right spot.
Back to Mills. Chicago with a rebound. From deep, Giddy. Coffee grabs a board.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Vucevic with the steal. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard.
2 minutes remaining.
Two outside.
2 minutes.
Pass to Bogdanovich. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. His shot selection hasn't been there. And of course,
That
that
shot
was just crazy.
Patty Mills is about winning, guys. If that means finding the open man, he'll do just that.
There's Ball with a 3. The shot won't fall.
That's crazy, yeah.
The Clippers lead by 12.
Can't even miss Alonzo.
Over Giddy. Back to Batum. Coffee on the wing. 6 to shoot. Over Giddy. And too long on the shot. Here's Buzelis.
That'll be 8
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control
How was
the
your
tempo
turn?
and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Clippers.
And it seemed like steals ended up making the difference in this game.
No question, their ability to force mistakes and turn them into points gave them an upper hand tonight.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Kawhi Leonard.
I think his steals tell the story. This guy was a disruptive
didn't even make it.
force, and I don't think you can underestimate how important it is for a team to have someone in that role.
Looking to get back on track. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Yeah, this demonstrates how confident Uzelis is. He knows he can be lethal off the catch.
Pass to Powell. High arcing shot. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. He hits the second from the line.
He did enough to put this one away. Just a hard-fought battle.
Pass to Vucevic. Fires the 3. Misses the shot. So it's the Clippers winning this one.
Michigan. The Pistons are playing before their hometown crowd. We're all set to bring you NBA action. With Brett Bailey and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. On the wing, Thompson. Suggs with the steal. And finished off by Banchero.
When Banchero gets in tight, that's how he likes to finish. No layups for this big guy. He's all about the finish.
And here's Thompson. On the way, Harris. And what a matchup we have here in the front court break.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. And so off the tip, it's the Magic. And it's slammed in by Carter.
9-foot standing reach. Carter has no trouble putting that away.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. It's his first trip to the line. And the Magic surprising many league-wide, Clark, with how they've broken through.
And the way they're winning, I might add. I mean, rugged physical defense is their identity and calling card. Not necessarily what you expect to see from a young team, B.A. And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small in his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens. Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
You know, Clark, something Kentavious Caldwell-Pope brings, that championship experience.
And every championship team has a guy like KCP, a guy who can make shots, who's always there, ultra reliable, plays both ends, doesn't step out of his role, and all he does is help you win championships. I love watching guys like that contribute in a meaningful way to championship teams. And he's a fun guy to watch because he does his job at a high level pretty much every night.
Now here's Banchero. To the middle. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
Yeah, rising up well to finish off the dunk with power. Tremendous athleticism by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. KCP.
Here's Carter. Count it. Good.
Always a good possession when you can get that kind of look.
And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for Orlando. It's a 5-point game. Outside Carter. Back to Suggs. Sinks the tray.
Getting more comfortable with his jumper. Jalen Suggs, no hesitation there.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Banchero.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and with maybe a step out of his range.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage of both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. Pass to Wagner. Back to Banchero. Over Suggs. Orlando gets it back. Carter can't get it to go. Magic trail by 10. Here's Banchero. Goes back up. Carter can't get it to go. Here's Orlando. They're on a 13-3 run.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now here's Carter. Wagner outside. And it's slammed in by Carter.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Pass to Caldwell-Pope. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Now here's Wagner. He's scoreless. 5 on the clock. Misses from short range. Magic trail by 17. Pass to Banchero. Left side Carter. Wide open look. Drained it for 2 points. Carter's got 5 now.
Carter Jr. moves well without the ball and positions himself nicely for catch and shoot chances.
Suggs, right side. Puts up a 3. Caldwell Pope pulls it in. Orlando with the ball. Outside Carter. Banchero outside. Sends it home from three-point land.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots. Oh, nice one-handed jam there, BA.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And the shot's good. He's got 10. Wendell Carter, he's been the guy making things happen for the Magic. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Back after this. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play. This one has been one-sided so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Orlando?
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And, guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Pass to De Silva. Isaac outside. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Can't hit that one. And here's Wagner. We'll bring it up for the Magic. Here's Banchero. Whoa! Emphatic finish from Banchero.
Getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down. The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
Now here's Carter. He's got 10. For 3, here's Harris. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Phenomenal positioning on the glass. Carter Jr. putting on his hard hat right there. Not afraid